run it up, 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 run it up.
It's a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's taken down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Down inside the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Cousins now. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Cook. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. complete.
The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that was going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. Gets around him.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to see.
Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Green Bay need to get Aaron Rodgers some help at receiver, and they did so by picking Christian Watson 34th overall. That's the earliest they've taken a receiver since 2002. Watson has some NFL bloodlines as well. His dad, Tim, was also drafted by the Packers, and you know his father's very proud watching him pick up that first down there.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, his throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. Able to find Lazard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An inside give to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. It's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion, however, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone. The kick by Crosby is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. He's got Smith here, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, here's Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On play action, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or 2 to punch this one in.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. To 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Albert Wilson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what it is. You're thinking kicking the field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Play fake, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Shifts by him. 74 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. He's got some room to operate. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Texans with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Joseph on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taylor now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Final shot before half for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Offense ready to get their next drive underway.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Following the interception, Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offensive. Took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The kick by Joseph is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced to taking the 3.
You didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. James Lynch able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Packers get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Cook following the penalty. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 24, Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad. So
the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And this is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they have to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
121 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot, maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that, and oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Cook again. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yes, opening the season, and you were within the division, you knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.